finally, we come to football. How are you, Tony Mepham?
We're good. Just been looking after our guests for later on. We've
Our
got Johnny
special
Myers.
guests.
And,
Are we revealing them now, or are we saving them for later?
No. We'll let everyone know who it is. So we've got Johnny and Liam who are going to talk about the up-and-coming FC Isle of Man against the Isle of Man game, which is a week next Wednesday.
Exciting.
Everyone's looking forward to that one. So they've named their squad a couple of weeks ago. So I know there's been a lot of debate about it and how some of the players who actually play for FC Isle of Man are in it. We'll find out from the boys later on. And obviously some new guys as well, and that's what it's all about. That's what we wanted Johnny and Liam to do, is to have a good mix in there. And the boys have picked a cracking squad, and it'll make for a good game.
Fantastic stuff, and we'll hear more about that after the 6:30 break. But for now, let's look at this weekend's fixtures. There's actually a game on tonight in Masters Football, Laxey versus Governors Athletic.
Yeah, fair play to them. It's not too windy down there, so it'll be okay. But it's a big game for both teams because we played against Onken last week. Johnny plays for Onken's Masters. It's unbelievable when you look at it. It's still an Ireland player. But we're playing against people like Sean Quay, Chris Bass, Steve Priestland. They chucked that one in as well. Then you've got, Johnny Myers can come in and play, and you've got Callum Morrissey. Nightmare. I thought we were playing St George's first team. And we did all right, to be fair, up until half-time. And then after that, we lost one of the players. Barry Canepa got injured, and Stephen Priestland's show took over because they've got the legs. Our fellas are just playing once in a blue moon. But no, Laxey have got a good team. They've got some good players in there. And also Governors. Governors were one of the favourites at the start of the season. Onken, I think, are now. They'll enjoy it. And that's what it's all about, enjoyment. And I'm sure Johnny just does it just to keep himself fit.
Absolutely. An exciting day tomorrow. We've got the Railway Cup semi-finals sponsored by Descartes. We've got St George's versus Rushen and St Mary's versus Corinthians. Yeah,
I'm just looking at these two guys and hope I don't fall out with anyone. But no, it's a big game. And when the draw, Stevie Dorr made the draw, I thought to myself, wow, two big games. You look at the league tables. You've got Corinthians on top, Rushen just behind, say the two possibly favourites for it. But on the day, St George's are as good as either. And also, when you look at St Mary's, they're as good as either. So they're going to have to be at the top of the game. I think Sean Quay's still suspended tomorrow, Johnny, so that's a big loss for them. But Johnny's done a terrific job bringing good players in, good young players. I watched the under-18s recently, Geordies against the Ireland under-18s, and there's some terrific players for the future there. And with Liam, it's been a little bit stop and start for Liam of late, but there's no Dan Hattersley as far as I know, which is a loss because even if he's not quite 100% fit, he can score goals for anywhere. And Jamie Johnston, I haven't heard if he's fit, but Liam gives me the nod. He's been a big player for them, but they've got the big plus of Mikey Williams back in there, and goals can come from him. And Furo Davies is an absolute unit. He's
on
so
the score
tall.
sheet every weekend.
Exactly, and I'm pretty certain that Johnny would have liked to have kept Furo, but Liam's got him and making good use of him. But when you look at the back, Adam Cool, Alex Maitland, they're immense, and that's a big partnership, I think, for Manx football in the future.
Well, we'll talk more about the semi-finals shortly, so I'm just going to quickly run through the other fixtures for the weekend. So in the Prem, we've got big match between Moran versus Peel. We've also got Ramsey versus Ayr and Douglas Athletic versus Laxey. In JCK Div 2, we've got Foxdale versus Maloo. Douglas and District take on Pulrose. Governors Athletics will take on Jims. In Combi 1, Ayr go against Ramsey. We've got St John's versus St George's. Laxey take on Douglas Athletic. And in Combi 2, we've got Onken versus Ramsey Youth Centre and Braddon versus Governors Athletic. So, Tony, if you had to just pick one of those matches to watch tomorrow, what would be the game of the day to watch?
I think there's two big games. Moran against Peel, I think, is a big game, but I think Peel, Lee Gale's due to play for the first team. So Alex Holden as well, I think, is in the squad, so that'll make them a lot stronger, more forceful up front. But the one I'm looking at is Foxdale against Maloo. Dean Kinley's transferred from Old Boys yesterday back to Maloo. And, Maloo are pushing to try and get promoted alongside. To me, it's inevitable, I think, that Uni Mills will be promoted, whether it's champions. So they're two big games, but also one in Combi 2. I know Uni Mills are running away with it a little bit, but Onken against Ramsey Youth Centre, I think they're the two closest clubs, I think, if there was a big fall by Uni Mills, to challenge for that title. So, yeah, there's some interesting games, and it gives chance for those that aren't playing to go Christmas shopping.